नमस्कार, सत श्री अकाल, आदाब दोस्तों। स्वागत है आप सभी का वलपम द्वारा शुरू की गई कहानियों की इस खास मुहिम में, जहां हर खासवाम सुनाता है अपनी ज़िंदगी से जुड़े प्रेरक किस्से, प्रेरक अनुभव, और उन अनुभवों से हमें मिलती है एक नई प्रेरणा रोज़ाना। तो आइए कहानियों के इसी सिलसिले को आगे बढ़ाते हैं और बढ़ते हैं आज की अगली कहानी की ओर। ये कहानी है अहमदाबाद, गुजरात की रहने वाली संजीता नेगी की जिंदगी के बारे में। आपको बता दें, ये एक समाज सेवी हैं जिन्होंने अपना संपूर्ण जीवन ग्रामीण लोगों के विकास के लिए समर्पित कर दिया है। इनका जन्म राजस्थान के जयपुर शहर में हुआ, वहीं ये पली बड़ी। इन्होंने अजमेर और उदयपुर शहर से शिक्षा प्राप्त की और फिर यामूल कंपनी में शामिल हुई। आपको बता दें, इन्हें हमेशा से ही विलेज कम्युनिटी के लिए कुछ करना था। ऐसे में इन्होंने अपने करियर को एक नई दिशा की ओर मोड़ दिया और एक एनजीओ की स्थापना की और राष्ट्रीय स्तर पर एक अभियान चलाया। जी हाँ, अपने अभियान स्वच्छ बनेगा भारत के तहत ये पर्यावरण, सतत विकास और जैविक खेती के लिए काम करती है। इसके साथ ही ये ग्रामीण क्षेत्रों के जीर्णोद्धार, गांव को स्वच्छ और सुंदर बनाने की दिशा में काम कर रही है। तो दोस्तों, ये कुछ खास बातें थी इनकी जिंदगी से जुड़ी। अब आइए सीधा मिलते हैं इनसे और इनकी ये प्रेरक कहानी सुनते हैं इनकी अपनी जुबानी।
Hello everyone, myself Sanjeeta Negi. I'm from right now I'm based at Ahmedabad, Gujarat. I belong to Rajasthan, Jaipur, born and brought up there, and I studied in Sophia College Ashmere, and then I did my masters in Udaipur, Maharana Pratap University, and after that I did my job with you all know Amul. So I worked with them, National Dairy Development Board, with milk cooperatives and tree growers cooperatives. And after that, I started my own NGO because I wanted to do some more work for the village community. And this is my journey. And right now, I'm doing a national level campaign about Swachh Banega Bharat, and response is very good. So this is my journey, and I would like to share with you. My schooling is done in different schools of Rajasthan. So I got an opportunity to meet many pupils. And you know, when you travel after 3 years, you change your place, you change your school, change your neighborhood. So it helps you a lot to grow and to understand people. My main habit was that I used to get connect with the people. I love to talk to the people, discuss different issues related to life, family, friends. So that was my passion, and it grows like that in school and in college. People talks about that you will become doctor, engineer. Mine from the beginning, I was like I have to work for the people. So I took the subject. In first, I took science so that I can become doctor and contribute better way. That was first thinking, but physics was very tough for me during that time, and tuition we could not afford that time. But I'm thankful to my father that he really gave us good education throughout. So I selected then home science, which is quite near to science. Many people mistake that home science means you are only talking about things related to the house, but it's not that. There is a science in every subject. If you talk about clothing, you talk about childhood, child development, you talk about parenting, everything has some substance in that. So in those subjects, I selected the subject for my master's was extension education. Like whatever you are learning, you are fortunate that you got the opportunity to study in college, you reach to a level. So whatever you have learned in life, you are sharing this with other people who somehow could not get the time to go to college, were not having resources. So I took this subject straight away that I have to do my master's in extension education. And from after doing my BSc from Sophia College, I went to Udaipur and I did my MSc for 2 years in extension education. And I worked in the villages because we were taught how to talk to the people, how to share your information, how to develop different mass medias to give information to the people. and how to behave in the villages, how to get information from the village on any issue, any topic, and how to educate them. That was the most important aspect. So you share your knowledge and you learn from the wisdom of experience of the village people, which or our elders, which we most of the time neglect. So that was the prime emphasis of my education, and which is still continuing. And after that I did masters, and then I got an opportunity, I got married, and I came to Gujarat. Right now I'm in Ahmedabad, but I came straight away to Anand, which is a place of milk cooperative, and which is organized by Dr. Kurian, National Dairy Development Board. And I got an opportunity to work with them. I worked there for 12 years, and I got an opportunity to move all over India, different states, different villages, and different languages you come to know, different cultures you come to know. You share your knowledge, you learn from the village people. So this is how I develop myself. Life is full of struggles. We cannot say that if you are doing this thing, you will not face any problem. Even if you are sitting in your house, you will face so many problems. So it's the same way, like when you work and you handle your household things, both require balance in life. So I think 3-4 times I really felt very, very big hardship in my life. First thing, when I got married, it was okay. But when I had my children, so to manage my work and my house was a very big challenge for me, because my work was traveling and I love traveling. Personally, I don't wanted to stop it. So the thing was that how to create a balance between that. So for that, what you do, you take help of others. We will face problem anywhere you are, you will face problem. It's not that even if you are sitting at home, so many problems we face in day-to-day life. So, but when you are professional, then you have a different kind of problems, plus add to that. So I had 2-3 times I really felt very in a very struggling situation. First thing, when I had my job and I have my first kid, so my job demands traveling. Because I was in the head office, posted at head office, so you have to go around. And moreover, I like traveling. So personally, I don't want it to stop my traveling. So I made arrangements around this whole things that I arranged for my kid. Like I took help of my mother-in-law and my mother, who came in between to support me and my kid. We arrange a maid so that cooking problem is solved for timing. So this is how you manage in between your career life. Second problem I faced when I felt that I'm stuck in my job. After 10-12 years, you feel that routine job is going on and you are not, expanding yourself. You are in the same routine. So I took a decision that I don't want to do now any more job, and I want to open my own organization. So for that, you need funds, you need networking, you need people. So but I took the decision. And foremost thing for successful thing, if you say for man success, woman is the person. So for woman success, man is there. If you have support of your partner, then I think nothing more you require in life. So I'm thankful that I got full support of my husband. He said, okay, I am earning, so you take off. So I took that decision. I quit my job, very well job, but then I formed my organization, and name I given National Organization for Sustainable Development. And actually, I used to work for environment. So main emphasis in my working was that I wanted to work for rainwater harvesting, for organic farming, and make available fodder for the people so that their cow and buffalo, they give more milk, and they can give that milk to the milk cooperatives. So that time I felt 2 years was very struggling, because you have to contact many people, ask for funds, you have to conceptualize funds, you have to, just shoot emails to different people. And when you organize your own organization, then you have different hurdles from the government side also. You have to fulfill their requirements. You have your board members, you manage all the things you have to manage yourself. Then you keep people, so you have to give them also salary and everything. So you have to arrange for that also. So that was my second struggle. And third struggle was when I got an opportunity to study abroad. After opening my NGO, I got an opportunity. On the basis of my working experience, I got admission for master's program in Boston, Brandeis University. And they gave me scholarship. Now the thing was, I have two daughters, so they both were at 14 years and 8 years old. So it was hard to leave them and go for 2 years for studies. So I postponed it for 1 year, and because I could not make my mind to leave my kids behind. Second year also I postponed, and third year the university said, now you cannot postpone it. Either you opt for it or you leave for it. So then we thought a lot, and we thought, okay, we got the scholarship, why to give it away, because it's around $30,000, and you never get opportunity in life, twice. So me, my husband, we decided, okay, let's do it. And again, we took support of our family members, and my husband was totally there for this. So I opted, and everything went so smoothly, one after one, that one day I was with my visa for the USA. And it was such a surprise thing, like, now you have to go. So that was a situation like you have to a woman leaving kids and family behind is a very tough task. So you have to really work hard to control your emotion, and you say, okay, you are coming in 3 months. That's a process nobody will understand. People will say, okay, she has gone, leaving their children here. But these are the opportunities in life, and if your partner is helping you, then I think we should take such a opportunity and just go for it. So I went for it, and there I found that 2 years course I can, because my professional experience was of 20 years. This I'm talking in 2006 I did this. So my professional experience was of 20 years. So some subjects they considered that I can waive off. So my 2 years course I did in 1 year. And 1 year, 6 months I was there, then I came back in between, then again went for 6 months, and I did it. So again, I give all credit to my family, even my kids, who still could not say, never told me that, because you were not there, so we face such problem. So those kind of things, if your children supports you, that's really make you, comfortable, and you can take challenges. If you talk about my role model, I think in my time, Kiran Bedi, IPS officer, if you know, now she became commissioner also. So she was my role model. And during that time, I have not read more about, Vivekanand or Abdul Kalam Azad and everyone. But inspiring thing for me was her, because the way we used to see her in TV, her progress in professional life. And she really impressed me in different levels, and from there I got because these inspiration you get where you see a person of same level, like you are a married woman and you have kids, she is also married woman, she has kids, she is managing her office and everything very nicely, so you connect very nicely to the practical examples in front of you. So Kiran Bedi was my role model, and later in 2016 I got an opportunity to meet her personally also in one of the conference. So I think her way of dealing with the things made me realize that if you really plan your things, and you know where you have to go, first you have to realize that what you want to do in your life individually. First you think that I have to do this. Then you look at the things that what what options are available to us. Like then you select, okay, this I can do, this I can do, here I'll face the problem, so here I need support. And you arrange those things. When you arrange those things, then things comes streamlined. Then you can convince yourself also, you can convince your family also that every problem is settled, is there. So and then you can go ahead about it. So we have to select model which really impresses, and we can take day-to-day lessons from that person's life, and we can draw our own line. Then we can achieve our goal. So for career, if we talk, then I think education plus experience both are very much important. Most of the time we leave that experience part aside. We do education, we opt for one career, and we go on in that life. There is no adventure, or no, like you don't get any motivation to further do some things. So when you get experience at different levels, what happened when I was doing my job in my organization, or with the NDDB at India level, I had a different kind of perspective. The moment I got education from USA, my perspective has enhanced, my way of looking at things has changed. I learned networking there. I came to know how to connect with the people, how to contact with different organizations, where to look for information you want to involve in your work or in your way of doing things. What is important for you? From where you can get finances for your health, where the education in different countries available, how you can go in different conferences and attend them. So these things gives you experiences, and experiences could be good or bad. It's not necessary that every time you are getting 100% result. If this happened to us, like our flight got cancelled, we waited 12 hours at the airport, we took different flights, so we learned a lesson. Okay, you have to plan this way next time if you are going. We attended conferences, you present your things to people, they ask different questions to you. Sometimes you get stuck, they say, okay, you have different caste system in India, how you manage it, now what answer you will give it. So these answers you give through experiences, that it exists, and we are so much manned with the caste system that it's look hurdles to you, but it is in our system. So and we are good with everyone. So such kind of experiences you gain, and those experiences, when you count in your way of doing work, your work become more impactful. You give a different insight to your children, because children are now growing on. I did my first foreign tours at the age of 40. My daughter, she did her first conference when she was in 20s. And my younger daughter, she did her first conference at the age of 18. Because you had the experience that when you are going out, things are not bad. People can handle. If they have proper planning, proper management, proper information, you can manage it. So I could send my daughter at the age of 20 and 18. So this is how your experience help your family to enrich. And it's my job only that which gives me a traveling experiences, that made me a photographer also, because once you are out, then you would like to take pictures also. So one skill you get, so you your ability, you enhance your ability, and then you get connected with the people, you're networking. Your languages, I like that time French is a language which I wanted to learn, so I opt the classes for it. So this is how you enhance yourself. So experience along with education. And education, if I talk, I'm still educating myself. My way has changed. I did my first master's at the age of like normal 23, 86. I first master. Second master I did from from Boston, that is on international sustainable development. Third master I recently did in 2019. I finished it. in Masters in Ashtanga Yoga. And right now I'm doing my PhD in Ashtanga Yoga. So this is how you develop yourself. Your interest changes, your way of looking at things changes. And education doesn't mean that you did in college days or youth days, it's finished. It's not that. Learning never ends. Learning goes, continues, and I am still learning from everything around me. The best thing I like my work is like meeting people and going to different places. It enrich your whole personality. You talk to different people, you come to know different cultures, a different way of thinking. The things which are easy for us, it's difficult for others, and which are difficult for others are easy for us. We value our things. When you go out, you know so many problems people are facing. We at India, we are at much more comfortable situation. So you appreciate what you have in your family, with yourself, with your children, with your country, and you want to do something more for your country, society, for your nation. That's a very big learning, when you travel and when you meet people. So I like traveling, I like photographing, I like meeting people. The best things which keeps me alive, every time I'm always ready to go out, for morning, evening, night, anytime you say you have to attend some program, you have to go somewhere, you have to talk to some people, you have to simply sit with some people, spend time with some people. I'm ready for it. Achievements, like I develop a very when you get exposure, you try to learn new things. So after 40, I become little settled with my professional and my education life. So what I did, I look at other options, what I can do for myself. So I found that people around me, they were doing cycling. So they were doing 50 kilometers, 100 kilometers. So I thought, let me try it. I did cycling in college days, that's all. No experience other than that. But then I started cycling. I started with 10, 15 kilometers. And today I'm an ultra cyclist. I can do 200 kilometers in 12 hours, 100 kilometers in 5 to 6 hours. I've done very good cycling events also. Now every day, like every time we are on for it. For example, I did cycling from Ahmedabad to New Delhi for 10 days, every day 100 kilometers. I'm running a campaign right now, which is, I think, my biggest achievement till now, besides my professional life. That is about Swachhta, Swachh Banega Bharat. But I'm giving emphasis on a different aspect when you talk about Swachhta. I'm saying we should do something which, as an individual, civilian, as a citizen of India, we can do. You and me can contribute for the society. And one thing we can do is segregation and composting. Two things. Segregation means the waste which we are having right now in our house. We segregate dry and wet. Dry waste, you can give it to kabadiwala, and wet waste, you can compost. Nowadays, composters are available, which we can keep in our flat, in bungalows, any place. They require small place. You just dump your all kitchen waste, peel of vegetables, fruits, even eggshells and everything in that composter. Add coca peat, add little bit of microbes, and your compost will ready in 30 days. This is high time. Like when you go out, you see countries are so neat and clean. This is not because of their government is doing 24-hour job. This is because the citizen of that country are contributing the same way. And I got that feeling that when others can do, we can also do. And it's high time now for us that we contribute something for our country. Now, this is not the time that we go at war front and with the gun and everything. This is a time that we make our country more clean, because the kind of waste we are generating has changed in last 60 years. So we have to really give our, as a citizen, we have to make our contribution for making India clean. So that's one thing. And to judge this vibe, we did this cycle tour. Recently, I did this 26th Jan to 30th Jan on the 75th Independence Day. We did a Dandi Yatra, which Mahatma Gandhi ji has done in 1930. So this we did, we started from Ahmedabad Sabarmati Ashram, and we finished at Dandi, beyond Surat, at the sea level where Gandhiji has finished it. And we opted the original route where Gandhiji has gone. We have gone through villages and all the places where Gandhiji stayed during that time. We stopped there and we stayed there. And in 4 days, we completed 425 kilometers, because 2 places we have to detour because of Mahi River and because of bridges which were under construction. So we did 50 kilometers more because we could not go in the same direction. But that was a different experience. This is high time, like I feel that we should do something for our country, something for our society. And every individual can find some reasons to do something for for ourselves. And I'm secondly, I believe that being women, we do so many things for others, and in this whole process we forget that there is a health we have to maintain, fitness level. We should take care of ourselves. So I always prefer that people around me, they go for walk, they go for jog. We do running, marathon running. We do simple running every day in the morning. Day to day, we do simple cycle ride. We do 30-40 kilometers daily. In Corona time, it was the best activity we did. So fitness for individual level is very much necessary, and we should not neglect it. So I think this national level campaign on waste management is my biggest achievement, and this achievement helped me to meet Mr. Amitabh Bachchan. I shared dais with him on 2nd October 2018 in NDTV program Banega Swachh Bharat. So they invited me because of this small work which I'm doing from last 15 years. So anybody who wants to come, in the field of social work, you need passion. You need clear idea what you want to do. This is a sector which is not for money only. This will you can earn your livelihood from this very well. There is no problem in it. But with livelihood, you will get the satisfaction because you are working for the welfare of the others. So you require passion for it. You require your own creativity and honesty for your job. You should be ready to help people. You should ready with the willingness should be there, and you should be open for the ideas, because whenever we plan a project for the community, we are not going as per the guidelines of the government. We are sitting with the village community, we are talking to them. We spend at least 6 to 8 months time just to plan a project. We conceive a project because this project is for them. We don't go as per the guidelines of some third party has given to us. You take that guidelines, you check with the ground reality, and then you make your own conceptualization of the project. Then a project gets success. But then you should have a daring to take risk also, certain level. You have to revoke people that no, we want to do this, and this is our way of doing this. You will not believe that when I conceptualized my project, first I got I sent to different organization my concept of the project. But New Zealand government, they agreed to support this, and it was a project of 2 crores in 2002 to 2004. And they said me that you start work and we'll fund you. I told them straight away, my organization is new. I don't have any funds right now, because whatever I am doing, the whole organization I set up with my own funds. I spent that time around 2 to 3 lakhs my own. But I said, now beyond this, I don't have the capacity to spend, so I cannot start. You approve the project, but I cannot start project because I don't have money. So you give me some advance, 10, 15 lakhs, no problem. But then you can cut it in the rest installment. You will not believe that New Zealand government, they changed their guidelines for our project, and our project was the first project which they funded in India. So they changed their guidelines and they released 30 lakhs rupees without any problem straight away to our accounts, and we started our work. And we had 2 consultants from New Zealand who worked with us. They used to visit us every 6 months. No complaint about anything, neither quality of work, the way we planned, going as per the project. All the staff working with us was up to date. So you have to have that daring to take risks. If you know that you are right, then take risk. You should have that compassion. So social work requires, and this whole process at the end, it gives you something more than only job satisfaction. It makes you really satisfied at a spiritual level, that you have done something for the community, something for the people. So you should think very crucially what you want to do in life, how you want to do in life, how you will reach to your target. Once you convince yourself, and then you plan your projects, and you will get success. But it will take time. Like Gita ji said that you do your karmas. Don't expect the fruit as per your choice. It will come. But when and how, that you have to leave on others. My childhood memories are, very vast because you live at different places, and I'm thankful to my father especially for that. Because that was the time when in villages there was no water facilities were available. You have to go to well to collect water on your head and come back to the house. And there were 2 wells, 2 types of well. One is for salty water, which you use for your cleaning and clothing and washing your utensils, and one is for sweet water, which you bring for your drinking purpose. So like my father put a condition. My grandma used to live in village, and from my mother's mother, Nani, she used to live in Jaipur. So naturally you always have inclination towards Jaipur because you have facilities. But my father made this very clear to us. In summer vacations, you have to go 1 month to village and 1 month to Jaipur. So that time we used to little crib about, bringing water and everything. But today we see that was such an enriching experience for us. The train used to stop 20 kilometers away from our house. So we used to go in camel cart in the morning. And in the winter also, like you are using camel cart. Sometime only you are sitting on the camel. That was a different experience. So you reach, and second day morning, first work in the morning, that you clean your teeth with the neem stick. And we always used to crave that's very kadwa and all sort of things. But they say it's available, so you have to do this with this only. So we used to do that, and then you have our own matka and chari, whatever you call. We used to go to collect water for cleaning and this thing, and then we used to go with our cousins and everything who lives in village, bring sweet water also. That was a totally different experience. I think my kids now, they misses that. So that was beautiful. And then you go you take your goats, चराने के लिए आपको छोड़ के आना पड़ता था चरवाहे के पास, तो वहाँ आप बकरियों को छोड़ के आते थे, फिर शाम को कलेक्ट करके लाते थे. ये छोटी छोटी चीजें, मतलब नेचर से दे कनेक्टेड सो मच दैट स्टिल वी गो टू आवर विलेजेस. No lights were there, so get up in the morning because you sleep early in the evening, 7:30 you are on the bed and you are just chatting and talking to each other. You finish your food at 6, and you normally, when you are sleeping at 7-8, you will get up early in the morning. So 5 o'clock with the sunrise you wake up. So that was totally different experience, and I think those experiences help us today, that we prefer to wake up in the morning. Today's generation, they रात को देर तक जगते हैं, सुबह उठने का कोई मतलब नहीं है, because they could not value those things. So I think I love those memories from my childhood. And the biggest struggle I faced at the time of when my sister was getting married, and me and my sister, we had only 1 year difference. So my mother said, okay, दोनों की शादी एक साथ कर दो. I got really puzzled that if I also get married during that time, what will happen to my education, how I'll go for my college and master's degree. So one day my father was sitting one Sunday, so I went to him, look, whatever you want to do, you do for my sister. We call her Jija. So you do lavishly her marriage, don't worry about me. I just want to get good education, so just you help me in that. And you will not believe that he agreed to that, and my sister got married off. I got married after 4 years. I completed my master's, but I made a point that the promise I made to my father, I told him, I will not take any dowry from you. And I convinced my husband that I'll not bring any dowry, whether you marry me or don't marry me. So he said, okay, no, I don't want anything. And then we convinced our father, okay, we are agreed to marry. We don't want any dowry. So, and I took only 5 clothes, 1 VIP hall doll, and that was the whole thing. And the best part is that when you are convinced and you are confident about your thing, people support you in those aspects. My husband, he supported me throughout. My in-laws never told me, till now, never told me anything that you did not brought anything. And because my father could give me good education, I could stood by myself and I could took this decision. So I think that's a great learning we got from the education and from the exposure which we got throughout our student life in college life. I used to, tomboy sort of a personality I had. So when I got engaged, I was in Udaipur. Nobody believed that I got engaged. So that was a lovely thing. My best friend, she said, no, really, she got engaged. Then people believed, okay, Sanjeeta got engaged. So those kind of things. But with the shaitani, or with the, we should not misuse that freedom. That one has to keep in mind. Freedom doesn't mean that you are challenging your values, you are challenging your parents, you are challenging their education, or our rituals, or our some practices in the house. You don't challenge those things just sake of challenge. You address issues which are really obstacle in your life. Nowadays, what we see, people, they are challenging the things where there is no need of making any issue. Simple things. You sleep in time. You sleep in time. People say, what happened in sleeping in time? हम क्यों जल्दी सोएं? क्यों जल्दी उठें? There is a process. The whole body of your is a in a system. It's a machine. There is a particular time for your sleep. There is a particular time for your eat. There is a particular time to study. There's particular way of you should sit, you should walk, you should talk. These all things are very relative. Now people, they don't believe in it. They are eating at 12 o'clock. They're getting late night तक आप पार्टी कर रहे हो, आप सिर्फ टीवी देख रहे हो, सुबह तक का कोई मतलब नहीं है. This whole thing, now this whole circle is getting disturbed, and people, the disease and everything which we are seeing, that's the reason of that. आज से 10-15 साल बाद पता चलेगा, हमारे एल्डर्स जो हमें बोलते थे कि भाई जल्दी उठो, जल्दी खाओ, टाइम पे खाओ, टाइम से सो, वो लोग ही चले जाएंगे। उसके बाद मतलब जो नई जनरेशन का जो हाल होगा, दैट विल बी मोस्ट डिफिकल्ट। सो आई थिंक लाइक दो छोटी छोटी चीजें जहां आपको कुछ करने की जरूरत होती है, वहीं पे आपको स्ट्रगल, वहीं उसी चीज को आपको एड्रेस करने की जरूरत होती है। हर चीज में ऑन द नेम ऑफ चैलेंजिंग, it doesn't require, so you should know where you have to वो आपको चैलेंज कब करना है, कब आपको वो बात उठानी है, कितनी बात उठानी है, किस लेवल तक बोलना है, वो सारी चीजें, इट्स ए प्रोसेस ऑफ लर्निंग। If you talk about time machine, I think I would like to change nothing except one thing, ki my husband should be little bit more bubbly. He's little serious though he supports me for everything, but that's only thing if I like to, because I think, because the struggles which I have seen in my life, a Rajput community with so much ghunta, you are seeing from your childhood, lack of education, you struggle for your education, you make your own way of life, you think about it. I think those were the part of your learnings. अगर आप उसको मुश्किल लेके चल रहे हो और आपको ये लगता है कि आपको शुरू से एसी वाला घर मिलना चाहिए था, अच्छी कार होनी चाहिए थी, फैसिलिटीज पूरी होनी चाहिए थी, सो वो आपको उतना, मतलब वो फैसिलिटीज आपको नहीं बनाती हैं। स्ट्रगल्स जो आपके लाइफ के होते हैं, अगर आप उनको पॉजिटिव वे में लेके उन स्ट्रगल्स को अपॉर्चुनिटी में बदलते हो, वो आपको बनाते हैं। अभी जो हमारी थिंकिंग लोगों की जा रही है कि नहीं हम अपने बच्चों को सब कुछ दे दें, वो थिंकिंग भी गलत जा रही है, क्योंकि बच्चा स्ट्रगल करना ही नहीं सीख रहा है। और जब तक आप किसी चीज के लिए स्ट्रगल नहीं करोगे, वो चीज आपको मुश्किल से नहीं मिलेगी, तब तक आप उसके लिए पैशनेट नहीं होगे, तब तक आप उसकी वैल्यू नहीं करोगे। अभी हम 100 चीज दे रहे हैं बच्चों को, दे डोंट वैल्यू। उनको खाने की फिक्र नहीं है, उनको कपड़ों की फिक्र नहीं है, उनको वेस्ट करने में कोई उनको बुरा नहीं लगता। हमें एक रोटी वेस्ट करने में बुरा लगता है। हमें खाने में सोच के देखना, ये सोच के खाते हैं कि हमारी हेल्थ के लिए अच्छा है कि नहीं, क्योंकि वो शुरू से कंसेप्ट हमारा है। अगर हम उस कंसेप्ट में नहीं आ रहे हैं तो हम किसी चीज की वैल्यू भी नहीं करेंगे। और स्ट्रगल हमें स्ट्रांग बनाता है। अभी आप देखो, जितने करोड़पति बनेगा में आते हैं लोग, सारे स्ट्रगल करने वाले आते हैं, क्योंकि वो 10-10 फोन लेके बैठते हैं उस कनेक्शन के लिए। जिस लोगों के पास अपनी प्रॉपर फैसिलिटीज सारी हैं, वो इतना स्ट्रगल नहीं कर रहे उस अपॉर्चुनिटी के लिए। तो स्ट्रगल्स को आप किस वे से लेते हो, दैट इज अ वेरी वेरी गुड लर्निंग फॉर अस। हमें उन छोटे छोटे स्ट्रगल्स को जब हम जीतते हैं, तब जिंदगी में अगर मान लो कभी बड़ा स्ट्रगल आया भी, तो हम उसको फेस कर पाएंगे। वरना डिप्रेशन की जो अभी सिचुएशन आ रही है, दिस इज जस्ट बिकॉज किसी को मोबाइल नहीं मिला तो डिप्रेस हो रहा है, किसी को घर से बाहर जाने को नहीं मिला तो डिप्रेस हो रहा है, कोई मूवी नहीं जा पाया तो डिप्रेस हो रहा है, एक एग्जाम में आप फेल हो गए तो आप डिप्रेस हो रहे हो। तो आई थिंक मुझे टाइम मशीन में कुछ बदलने की जरूरत नहीं है। मैं ये लाइफ अगर मुझे दोबारा मिले तो आई विल फ्रॉम 0 to आई विल स्टार्ट एंड आई विल फाइंड माई ओन वे विद स्ट्रगल एंड आई विल कंप्लीट इट। कोविड का जो अभी टाइम गया है, आई थिंक फॉर मी इट वाज अ टाइम ऑफ रियलाइजेशन, बिकॉज रिसेंटली आई फिनिश्ड माय मास्टर्स इन योगा। और योगा में हमने जिस तरह के अपने जो इंडियन स्क्रिप्चर्स हैं, लिटरेचर हैं, माइथोलॉजिकल, शिव पुराण, भगवद गीता, रामायण, योग पातंजलि, योग सूत्रा, ये हमने अपने योगा में पढ़े थे। तो कई बार हमें कुछ डाउट भी लगता था कि हाउ इट्स रिलेवेंट टू आवर लाइफ। But when we see the nature behave in the same manner, which is written in our this literature, we could connect those things very nicely. So the scripture which was written 5,000 years ago, 10,000 years ago, are so relevant in today's life. You know, one minute bacteria is reacting the whole world, you know, in the same manner. And the way we were the human, जिस तरह से हम अपने आप को बड़ा स्ट्रॉन्ग मान के चल रहे थे कि धरती पे हमारी वजह से सो चेंजेस आ रहे हैं, हमने इतना डेवलपमेंट कर लिया है, इधर इतनी बिल्डिंग्स बना दी, इतना ब्रिजेस बना दिए, सारे डेवलपमेंट आपके धरे के धरे रह गए। जिन लोगों को ये गुमान था कि भाई हमारे पास बहुत पैसा है और हम जाएंगे और डॉक्टर्स हमारी सेवा में लग जाएंगे, वो भी सब आपका झूठा पड़ गया। कोई आपका जैक काम नहीं आया, कोई आपका चेक काम नहीं आया। तो ये रियलाइजेशन उसने करवाया है कि भाई यू आर अ वेरी इनसिग्निफिकेंट पार्ट ऑफ द होल प्रोसेस। जब तक पूरी नेचर एक कंसाइज वे में नहीं चलेगी, वी ऑल आर कनेक्टेड। हम कोई भी एक्शन लेंगे उसका रिएक्शन आएगा ही आएगा। एक्शन रिएक्शन आर विल गो साइमल्टेनियसली। सो जितना हम लोगों ने डेवलपमेंट किया है, जो हमारी फैक्ट्रीज, जो हमारी कारें, जो पॉल्यूशन हमने क्रिएट किया है, उन सब का नतीजा है कि एक बैक्टीरिया आपको घर में घुसा देगा। सो कोरोना ने हमें वो रियलाइज कराया, एंड उसके साथ में उसने हमें ये रियलाइज करा दिया कि जो हम बाहर खा रहे थे, जो हम बाहर घूम रहे थे, जो हम खुशी बाहर ढूंढ रहे थे, वो बाहर नहीं है, इट्स इन विद इन योर सेल्फ। सो वी हैव टू लुक एट आवरसेल्व्स। दे आर टॉकिंग, यू डेवलप योरसेल्फ। यू नो, कोरोना में क्या बोल रहे थे कि ऑक्सीजन की कमी है। कहाँ कमी है ऑक्सीजन की? ऑक्सीजन पूरे एटमॉस्फेयर में ऑक्सीजन अवेलेबल है, लेकिन प्रॉब्लम कहाँ हुई? हमारी बॉडी उस लायक नहीं है कि वो ऑक्सीजन को हम यूज कर सकें। आपके लंग्स उतने स्ट्रांग नहीं है। तो जब आपके लंग्स स्ट्रांग नहीं है तो प्रॉब्लम नेचर का नहीं है, प्रॉब्लम हमारा है, बिकॉज हमारा लाइफस्टाइल वैसा हो गया है। वी आर नॉट पेइंग अटेंशन टू आवर बॉडी। जब तक हमें कोई बीमारी नहीं होती, हम अपनी बॉडी को अपने तरीके से चला रहे हैं। हमारा ना सोने का टाइम है, ना खाने का टाइम है, ना आराम करने का टाइम है। हम बस उसको यूज करे जा रहे हैं। तो जब वो उसका पीक पॉइंट आता है, तो इस तरह की सिचुएशन में फिर आपकी बॉडी यूज करने लायक नहीं रहती। इसलिए अभी स्पेशली आई सॉ दैट हमारे इलाके में बहुत सारे लोग वॉकिंग पे जाने लगे हैं, बहुत सारे लोग साइकिलिंग करने लगे हैं। उस चीज, अभी फिजिकल हेल्थ आ गया। और आप एक चीज देखिए, फिजिकल हेल्थ और मेंटल हेल्थ दोनों जुड़ी हुई हैं। आप अकेले से काम नहीं चलेगा। अगर बॉडी आपका साथ नहीं दे रही है तो सिर्फ मानसिक हेल्थ आपको काम नहीं करेगी। सो दे गो टुगेदर, एंड जब दे गो टुगेदर तो आपकी स्पिरिचुअल हेल्थ आती है, वहां पे आपका सेटिस्फेक्शन लेवल का हेल्थ आता है। तो ये तीनों चीजें, बॉडी, माइंड एंड स्पिरिट, सोल, आपकी ये तीनों चीजें जब आपकी स्वस्थ हैं तो आप स्वस्थ हो। तो वो डेफिनेशन भी हमारी बदल गई है। घर के खाने को इम्पोर्टेंस मिल गई है, घर में रहने को इम्पोर्टेंस मिल गई है। द बेस्ट पीपल विद यू इज अराउंड योर फैमिली। आप उनको इम्पोर्टेंस दें, आप पेरेंट्स को इम्पोर्टेंस दें। हमने बीच में ऐसा टाइम आ रहा था हमारा कि हम पेरेंट्स तो हमारे यहाँ बस हैं, हम ना उनसे बात कर रहे हैं, ना उनके साथ कहीं घूमने जा रहे हैं, ना उनके साथ शेयर कर रहे हैं कोई चीज। सो वो चीज कोरोना ने हमें वापस से बैक किया। एज ए पर्सन, लाइक हमने हमारी कम्युनिटी, हमारी सोसाइटी में हमने 2-3 काम बहुत अच्छे किए। लाइक हमारे पास एक छोटा सा गार्डन एरिया था, उसको हमने सोचा कि इसमें सिर्फ घास लगी हुई है, इसको यूज भी नहीं हो रहा है, तो हमने उसको पूरा चेंज करके वी टर्न इट इनटू किचन गार्डन। तो कि हमारी बिल्डिंग के जितने बच्चे थे, हमने सबको छोटा छोटा पोर्शन दे दिया कि तुम अपने सीड लाओ, अपने सीड उगाओ, अपना पानी दो, अपनी सब्जी देखो। अगर तुम्हें किसी को शेयर करनी है करो, नहीं तो तुम अपने घर ले जाके उसको यूज करो। तो दैट वाज वेरी गुड थिंग हमने इसमें किया। पर्सनली मैंने जो इस समय को जो यूज किया, वो यूज किया भागवत गीता को पढ़ने में और भागवत गीता को रिसाइटेशन सीखने में। संस्कृत में जिस लय में आप बोलते हो उसको, उसका एक अलग ही इम्पैक्ट होता है। और संस्कृत में जैसे हम मंत्र उच्चारण करते हैं, उसकी साउंड कैसी होनी चाहिए, उसका पिच कैसा होना चाहिए, उस पर बहुत ध्यान गया है। सो मंत्र, जपा, भजन जो हम भूल चुके थे अभी, वो मतलब वो वापस से रिवाइव हो रहे हैं, क्योंकि ये आपके मेंटल स्ट्रेस को कम करने के साधन हैं जिनको हम टोटली भूल चुके हैं। The way we recite our mantras, the way we recite our आरतीज, अगर आप उसको भाव के साथ करते हैं तो उसका इम्पैक्ट आता है। लेकिन वो एक रिचुअल बन जाता है। अगर नॉर्मल है कि आपने माला जप ली बिना इसी इमोशन के, तो वो उसका इफेक्ट नहीं आएगा। इसीलिए पुराने टाइम में आप देखो, भजन कीर्तन हर घर में होते थे। उसकी इतनी इम्पोर्टेंस थी बिकॉज वो कहीं ना कहीं आपको मेंटल लेवल पे आपका स्ट्रेस लेवल को कम करते थे, और लोगों के साथ मिलते थे तो गैदरिंग अच्छी हो जाती थी, लोगों से बात होती थी, तो आपका एक जगह से ध्यान हटके दूसरी जगह जाता था, और थर्ड थिंग, आपका फेथ एस्टेब्लिश होता है। आप एक तरीके से आप उस स्ट्रेस को आप दूसरे पे रख देते हो कि भगवान आप संभाल लेना, हम तो भजन कर रहे हैं, हमारे हाथ में इतना है, हम उतना कर रहे हैं। तो वहां आपको एक ब्रीदिंग स्पेस मिल जाती है, तो ये चीजें री एस्टेब्लिश होती हैं। सो वी हैव टू फाइंड दोज ट्रेडिशनल मेथड ऑफ अपना स्ट्रेस दूर करने के लिए. So I read Bhagavad Gita again. I learned the recitation of this. And third thing which really inspired me about Sant Kabir, उनके जो उनकी जो टीचिंग थी, उनके जो दोहास थे, उनके जो भजन थे, वो मुझे बहुत उन्होंने अपील किया. एंड आई एम लर्निंग दोज रिसाइटेशन अभी ट्रेडिशनल वे में कैसे उसको गा सकते हैं. देयर इज़ अ वेरी गुड ग्रुप, मालवा का बहुत अच्छा ग्रुप है, वो उनके गीतों को बहुत इंदौर बेस्ड है, टिप्पणिया जी करके हैं, विनोद टिप्पणिया जी, बहुत अच्छे से उसको एक्सप्लेन कर रहे हैं. काफ़ी सालों से इस लाइन में है वो, भजन वगैरह गाते हैं, पर उनके भजन को अगर आप आज सुने तो वो उतने ही रिलेवेंट हैं जो उस समय हुआ करते थे. सो आई थिंक आई डाइवर्टेड, जो मैंने सीखा अपनी योगा की पढ़ाई में, वो मैंने पूरा इसमें अप्लाई किया. एंड सेकेंड थिंग आई लर्न कि जो 5 तत्व होते हैं, एलिमेंट्स जिससे हमारी बॉडी बनी हुई है, जो हम बोलते हैं कि मरने के बाद 5 तत्व विलीन हो जाते हैं, हम नेचर में मिल जाते हैं, वो हैं आपके अर्थ, वाटर, एयर, फायर और ईथर, मतलब आकाश. कोरोना में लोगों को सफोकेशन क्यों फील हुआ? उसका रीज़न है क्योंकि आप बाहर नहीं जा पाए, क्योंकि आप नेचर में नहीं जा पाए, आप फ्रीली घूम नहीं पाए. और जो बाहर आपका जो आकाश तत्व है, वो आपको एक तरह का आपकी बॉडी के लिए फ्रेशनेस का काम करता है. इसलिए जब भी आप वेकेशन में जाते हैं, आप फ्रेश होके आते हैं. क्यों? क्योंकि आप वहाँ फ्री होके घूमते हैं, जगह जगह जाते हैं, नेचर में रहते हैं, अलग अलग चीज़ें करते हैं. वो चीज़ें जो पैसे से रिलेटेड नहीं, वो चीज़ें जो कोई टारगेट से रिलेटेड नहीं है, वो आपको एक तरह का रिलैक्सिंग एटमॉस्फेयर देती है. तो आपकी बॉडी रिलैक्स हो जाती है और इनडायरेक्ट वे में आपका जो आकाश तत्व है वो बॉडी को भरपूर मात्रा में लेता है. इसलिए कोरोना में हमें सारी फैसिलिटीज हमारे पास थी, बट वी वर सफोकेट. वो इसी वजह से थी. इसी वजह से बोलते हैं कि ये जो सारे तत्व हैं, ये हमारी बॉडी को बनाते हैं. तो इन तत्वों का बैलेंस होना और इम्बैलेंस होना बहुत मायने रखता है. आप देखिए, अर्थ तत्व जो है, आप मिट्टी नहीं खाते हैं, लेकिन आप मिट्टी में उगी हुई आप अनाज तो खा रहे हैं. आपका अर्थ तत्व का एसेंस वहाँ से आता है. आपका जो वाटर है, वाटर में आज काफ़ी साइंस ने अभी बताने लगे हैं, रिसर्च हो चुकी है कि वाटर में भी एनर्जी होती है. कहाँ से पानी आ रहा है, कैसा पानी आ रहा है, कब आप पी रहे हो, कैसे पी रहे हो, इट अफेक्ट योर एनर्जी लेवल इन द बॉडी. एयर वी नो, फायर वी नो दैट डाइजेशन हमारा रिलेटेड है फायर एलिमेंट से. अगर हमारा फायर एलिमेंट बॉडी में प्रॉपर काम नहीं कर रहा तो हमें इनडाइजेशन होगा, जो भी हम खा रहे हैं पाचन नहीं होगा, एंड दैट विल क्रिएट अनदर काइंड ऑफ प्रॉब्लम. एयर जिसने हमें सारे लंग्स हमारे अगर प्रॉपर 90% काम नहीं कर रहे हैं, सो विल फेस, ऑक्सीजन पूरा बॉडी में जाएगा नहीं, विल फेस एस्थमा प्रॉब्लम, विल फेस निमोनिया प्रॉब्लम. एंड आकाश तत्व लास्टली जो हमें नेचर से मिल रहा है. सो आई लर्न दिस सब्जेक्ट फ्रॉम some organization. I enhanced my knowledge in this, and in corona time I gave webinar on this subject that give emphasis for self development. खुद की सोचो, आप खुद की सोच को सही करो, खुद के एक्शन सही करो, चीजें अपने आप बदलेंगी. यू डोंट थिंक कि आप किसी और को चेंज करना है. आप अपने लिए सोचो, आप अपना काम करो. जो आपको लगता है ये चेंज आपके लिए अच्छा है, ये चेंज सोसाइटी के लिए अच्छा है, ये चेंज होना चाहिए, you do your bit, people will join. The same thing happened with us when we did this composting. waste का जो काम है, वो हम घर पे अपने घर में कचरा रखना हमारी नहीं है, हमारी संस्कृति का पार्ट नहीं है. कई लोग स्ट्रेट अवे इसको मना कर देते, नहीं हम नहीं रखेंगे, पर अभी उससे काम चलेगा नहीं. नाउ टाइम हैज चेंज, पॉपुलेशन इतना बढ़ गई है, लैंड हमारी कम हो गई है, सो हमें एक्शन लेना पड़ेगा. या तो आप उस कचरे को जाके गाय माता को खिला दो, खुद खिला दो, लेकिन पॉलिथीन में डाल के फेंक के आ रहे हो और गाय जिसको हम माता मानते हैं, पूछते हैं, वो पॉलिथीन के साथ खा रही है, अगर आपकी कॉन्शियस वो अलाउ करती है, इट्स नॉट गुड। आप देके आइए, प्रॉपरली उसको खिला के आइए, वो कीजिए। वो नहीं कर सकते तो कंपोस्टिंग इट्स ए वेरी नेचुरल प्रोसेस, वी हैव टू लर्न दोस थिंग्स। So in Corona time, I developed these areas, and I think in our campus also we could manage Corona very nicely. जिस भी फैमिली को कोरोना हुआ, हमने उनको हर तरह की सहायता करी, सामान लाने में, कहीं कुछ मेडिकली हेल्प चाहिए वो करने में, मॉरल सपोर्ट सबको दिया जो भी हमारे कांटेक्ट में थे। मॉर्निंग इवनिंग हमने लोगों को सबको गाइड किया कि आप वॉक पे जाइए, आप थोड़ा सा मूव करिए, कम आउट, घर में बैठने की जरूरत नहीं है। सो दोस काइंड ऑफ थिंग्स रियली हेल्प अस इन कोरोना टाइम। आप सबका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद टू लिसन मी। और मैं आप, क्योंकि ये पूरे प्रोसेस ने इतना इनिशिएटिव लेने के लिए इतना खुद को मजबूर किया कि अब जिंदगी में अगर आपको खुद को रियलाइज करना है तो मैंने एक लेसन सीखा कि वी आर ओनली अ ट्रेवलर ऑन अ अर्थ। यू नो, हमें मैक्सिमम 100 years मिले हैं, सो लाइक वी शुड लिव एवरी सिंगल डे, एवरी सिंगल मोमेंट with the people whom we want to love, want to do something for them, for our parents, for our family. पैसा तो देखो हम सब कमा लेंगे, पैसे का प्रॉब्लम नहीं है। अभी कहाँ हमें ध्यान देना है? हमारी सोशल वैल्यूज पे, मोरल वैल्यूज पे, हमारे पेरेंट्स पे। वो जो वैल्यूज अभी हम भूल रहे हैं, वी हैव टू री-एस्टेब्लिश इन आवर फैमिलीज, इन आवर सोसाइटी वंस अगेन। कबीर जी का एक बहुत अच्छा जो इंस्पायरिंग दोहा है, पोएम है एक, उन्होंने जो लिखी है, उसमें उनका कहना ये था कि आप किसका अहंकार कर रहे हो? मतलब आप माया का अहंकार कर रहे हो, आप पैसे का अहंकार कर रहे हो, कि आप इस बॉडी का अभिमान कर रहे हो? किसका कर रहे हो? ये छोटी सी चीज है, एक हवा का झोंका आया, पता भी नहीं चलेगा कि आप अगले पल हैं भी कि नहीं है। जैसा कोरोना में हुआ, हमें इधर सुनने को मिला, आज वो गए, आज उधर ये हो गया। सो मतलब लाइफ इज सो शॉर्ट, हमें नहीं मालूम कल क्या होगा। तो हमें किस चीज पे ध्यान देना है वो हमें सोचने की बात है। तो आपके लिए मैं 4 लाइन बोल रही हूँ। मत कर माया का अहंकार, मत कर काया का अभिमान, कायागार से काची, कायागार से काची रे जैसे ओसरा मोती, झोंका पवन का लग जाए, झपका पवन का लग जाए, काया तेरी गार हो जासी। ऐसा सख्त था महाराज जिनका मुल्कों में राज, जिन घर झूलता हाथी, जिन घर झूलता हाथी रे जैसे ओसरा मोती, झोंका पवन का लग जाए, झपका पवन का लग जाए, काया तेरी गार हो जासी, काया तेरी धूल हो जासी। आपको अगर ये कहानी अच्छी लगी और आप इसको और लोगों को सुनाना चाहते हैं तो आप प्लीज़ इसको ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा शेयर कीजिए। और वर्क मॉब एक ऐसा प्लेटफॉर्म है जो इस तरह के इनिशिएटिव और इस तरह की कहानियों को रिकॉर्ड करके आप तक ला रहे हैं। तो अगर आपके पास अपनी कोई कहानी आप शेयर करना चाहते हैं, आप कांटेक्ट कीजिए। और इसको इतना अच्छी चीज़ें जब अच्छे लोगों के पास ज़्यादा उसमें जाएंगी तो पॉजिटिवनेस बढ़ती है, और हर लेवल पे हमें इस पॉजिटिविटी को बढ़ाना है। और इस बीच में अगर आपको कोई भी चीज़ पसंद आई हो, कुछ आप कहना चाहते हो, आप लिखिए, हम उसका जवाब देंगे। कंपोस्टिंग सीखना चाहते हैं, हम उसके लिए भी अवेलेबल हैं। और आप इस चैनल का, इस प्लेटफॉर्म का अच्छे तरीके से यूज़ करिए। कहानी कहिए, कहानी सुनाइए, कहानी शेयर करिए। बस इतना ही आज के लिए। थैंक यू सो मच।
दोस्तों, आप सुन रहे थे संजीता नेगी की जिंदगी की कहानी, इनकी अपनी जुबानी। ऐसी ही इंस्पायरिंग स्टोरीज रोजाना सुनने के लिए हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करें और बेल आइकन जरूर दबाएं। और अगर आज की ये कहानी आपको पसंद आई है तो इसे लाइक, कमेंट और शेयर ज़रूर करें। वर्कमॉब आपको दे रहा है एक सुनहरा मौका अपने विचारों को व्यक्त करने का, अनुभवों को साझा करने का और जिंदगी की कहानी देशवासियों तक पहुंचाने का। तो आइए और जुड़िए आप भी इस मुहिम में हमारे साथ और अपनी कहानी से दीजिए सभी को एक नई प्रेरणा। लेट्स इंस्पायर टुगेदर, वी कैन, इंडिया कैन। आपकी कहानी में ताकत है दुनिया बदलने की, तो सुनाइए अपनी कहानी और ले आइए लोगों के जीवन में आशा की एक नई किरण। कीजिए सभी को इंस्पायर। फिलहाल वक्त तो चला है आप सभी से इजाजत लेने का, लेकिन बहुत जल्द एक बार फिर होंगे हाजिर एक नई कहानी के साथ। तब तक के लिए आप बने रहिए हमारे साथ, देखते रहिए हर दिन नई नई दिलचस्प और प्रेरणादायक कहानियां। नमस्कार।